What if you have only $200, for example, in your checking account, and you made a transaction, you purchased something for $300? Usually it goes through, and the amount will be paid in full, and the purchase is finalized. This actually means that the bank has paid on your behalf $100. This means that you owe the bank $100. This means that there is a lending activity that has taken place. As I said before, using debit card by default does not involve a loan. However, this is a kind of exception. If the transaction has been denied, it means that there is no lending activity. You did not take any money from the bank, or you did not borrow money from the bank. But when the transaction goes through, it means that the bank has lended you the money. Yes, all these terms are not mentioned clearly, but this is the essence, this is the reality of the transaction. Someone paid on your behalf $100. This is none but a loan, because you owe the bank $100. Well, up to this point, we do not have any issue. If the only thing that you have to pay off or to pay back to the bank is $100 difference that they paid on your behalf, then there is no interest involved. Yes, there is a loan involved, but there is no interest involved. The problem here is that banks do not ask for the $100 in our example paid on your behalf. They charge you an extra charge. They call it overdraft fees. Overdraft fees. It means that you overdrafted your account. In other words, you used fund that you do not own. You used a fund that you do not own. So I just want to establish a fiqh ruling here, is that it is forbidden to allow the account to overdraft. If you know for a fact that you do not have more than, in our example, $200, do not use your debit card for any transaction that exceeds $200. The bank will cover the expense on behalf of the client, or pay on behalf of the client, and charge an overdraft fee, which is essentially interest. Yes, it is interest, because العبرة في العقود للمقاصد والمعاني لا للألفاظ والمباني. What matters is the essence and the reality of the agreement, not the wording or the formality. When the bank pays $100 on your behalf and asks you to pay $135, the $100 back is the loan, is the amount that you borrowed from the bank when you did the transaction, but the $35 on top of that are none but interest, although they have been called overdraft fees. What we care about is the essence of the transaction, and this is none but interest.